Skip it up and that up.
Well, damn, Rich, you're going next level with the gameplay now. You're actually having the gameplay match what you're talking about in the video. Man, hashtag drama alert here, huh? Oh, beard. So anyway, Nintendo Switch games, whether it be third or first party, especially indie games, seem to be selling extremely well on the Switch. Surprisingly well. And I've heard a bunch of other stories of indie games such as Shovel Knight and Owl Boy and Super Meat Boy, all doing well on Nintendo's newest console. But now Dead Cells is doing extremely well on the Nintendo Switch, and it's actually outselling the PlayStation 4 version of Dead Cells by quite a bit. Now, this past weekend over at PAX, Destructoid's Kevin McCluskey actually spoke to the marketers behind Dead Cells. And like every other developer and publisher out there, they wouldn't give exact numbers. I don't know why they don't do that. But what they did say is that the Switch version of Dead Cells is selling much better than the PlayStation 4 version. And what else the Dead Cells marketing team said is that the Switch version is outselling the PS4 version by a factor of 4 to 1. Now, you're probably thinking at this point that, Rich, that's not really a big deal. We know that indie games sell really well on the Switch because it's a hybrid platform. You could take the same game that you would buy on your PS4, Xbox One, or PC and have the same experience with you, whether you want it on your TV, if you have your Switch in the dock, or you take it out of the dock and you could play that same game on the go. You can't do that with the other platforms. But Destructoid brought up a really good point. The PS4 has over like 82 million units in the wild, or around 82 million units, let's say. And the Switch only has about 20 million consoles sold. So even if people prefer to get games like Dead Cells on the Switch, just if you go by simple numbers, due to the fact there's over 4 times the amount of PS4s out there that people could buy games for, you would still think games like Dead Cells would sell more on the PlayStation 4 than they would on the Switch, just because there's a lot more people that own a PlayStation 4. But apparently not. People are like, man, you know, I'd rather just get that game for the Switch. It's a better fit on the Switch. And that's what we're seeing with indie games like Dead Cells. Now, again, this isn't the only success story of an indie game selling really well on Nintendo's newest console. Super Meat Boy, its first day of sales in the Nintendo Switch were shockingly close, according to the developer, to how the game sold on the 360 when it was originally released back in 2010. Shovel Knight, which has been out for years now and for a whole bunch of different platforms, even it was on Amazon's TV console that they had too, it earned more revenue from Switch sales than it did on any other platform, which is amazing because Shovel Knight is everywhere. Hell, it's even on the Wii U. And why are these games selling so well on the Switch and outselling other platforms? It's simple. I mean, it's still somewhat shocking, especially when you have a very popular system like the PS4 out there, and versions of games are selling better on the Switch than the PlayStation 4, even though there's a much bigger install base with the PlayStation 4. But it's still, at the same time, common sense. I know I'm contradicting myself, but it's true. A game like Dead Cells, even with the PS4 and PS4 Pro's extra hardware horsepower, is it going to affect how Dead Cells looks? I mean, even if the PS4 version is 4K HDR, all right, maybe the pixels will look a little more vivid, but it's a 2D Metroidvania game. It's not going to look any better due to the PS4's superior hardware, or the Xbox One/One X's superior hardware, or the PC superior hardware. You're going to get the identical experience on the Switch. And for the same price, or around the same price, you have the added benefit of not only playing the game on your Switch at home on your big screen TV, you could take it with you anywhere. So it's like getting 2 games in one. So there's no logical reason to buy the game unless you don't own a Switch for another platform. It's not going to look better on the PS4. I know there's some kind of stuttering issues, or there were some stuttering issues with the Switch version of Dead Cells, but I heard it was fixed with a patch. But beyond that, it's the same damn game, going to give you the same damn experience, and you're going to have more features with it, like being able to take it on the go, which you can't do with any other platform. It's simple. That's why the game sells so well on the Nintendo Switch, and you're not having a degradation of visuals in most cases, or gameplay or anything. It's the same damn game that you can now take with you anywhere and play at home. It's that simple. And hell, even AAA games that look graphically inferior are selling well on the Switch. Bethesda just came out recently and said that their games that they port over to the Switch perform well sales-wise. And again, people are like, hey, all right, Doom only runs at 30 FPS on the Switch, and Skyrim is not going to be 4K like it is on the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, so it's not going to look as good on the Switch, but it's still a competent experience that I could take with me anywhere. And even though games do run with inferior visuals on the Switch, the versatility of the console still makes buying those games for the Nintendo Switch worthwhile. So it's a win-win all around for developers and Nintendo, and we're seeing indie devs, AAA devs, and Nintendo reaping the rewards from this well-designed hybrid console. And I love the Switch so much too that when Doom Eternal comes out, I'll be picking up a copy for both the Switch and my PC, so I could get the crispy visuals when I'm at home, and then I could play Doom Eternal on the go or when I'm taking a dump. Enjoy that visual. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Oh, beard. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, click that subscribe button. It helps out the show greatly. And also, consider becoming a patron. For just $1 a month, you can help out the show, and it gives you access to patron-only live streams that I only do with Patreon supporters. So once again, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you again in the next episode.